with our next story, which again we kind of started this conversation a little bit, and so like I guess we should finish it up. But we were talking about mask off for Cinmark. So this article comes to us from Cineblend or Cinema Blend. And it says wearing a face mask is an additional layer of protection when practicing social distancing. But according to the wrap, when Cinemark plans to open again, they will only require their employees to wear the face mask. And not their guest instead. They'll reportedly encourage patrons to do so without making it requirement. The CEO, Mark Zordi of Cinemark, said that they've been focusing on developing health and safety measures, like increasing their cleaning and sanitation, installing plexiglass and screens, and including seat buffering technology, which that sounds weird as fuck, to make sure their guests are socially distanced. So yeah, we talked about it before. It's kind of stupid that they're doing this because it seems like they're introducing kind of like even further liability that's already there. And it seems like a very simple thing to do to just require, people to wear a mask, at least while they come into the theater. Like it's a different conversation. I think, as you brought up before, you're talking about, perhaps they're doing that because of this concession that if you're eating popcorn, you're not going to want to like keep putting your mask on and off, and so they're like kind of like, well, fuck it anyways, like let's just not have it or not require it necessarily to be in the theater. But I see that as just like as we talked about before, it's just like a fucking very unnecessary like risk that you're taking, because now people are going to be looking at your theater specifically as like, nah, look, I know a lot of COVID-19 cases are going to come out of there, so I'm going to avoid I'm going to avoid that theater specifically because I know that they don't have all the safety protocols that we'd want in place.
Yeah, I mean, this just seems like, as you said, unnecessary risk. And I mean, having your employees wear like face masks, right? I feel like that would make consumers feel a little bit better, right? You can't, or you may not be able to have every consumer or every moviegoer come in and wear gloves and a mask. And I think those who are going to attend movies know that, right? But if the person checking, my ticket is wearing gloves and mask, if the person behind the concession stands is wearing gloves and a mask, I maybe would feel a little bit better about like buying, popcorn or pretzel or something like that. So I think like there are things that you can do, whether it's necessary or not, or whether or not it's really going to prevent the spread of COVID-19, to just give consumers that impression of like those necessary steps are being taken. Make mandating that employees don't have to or won't have to wear masks. I feel like, you know, it doesn't make any sense for the business, right? If you want to make me feel confident coming back to your business, like take that one step, those one or two steps, whether or not they're necessary or not, you just take them to make me feel comfortable. So I don't really know if I get the decision or the thinking here, but again, I won't be at the movie theaters
Yeah,
anyway,
I
so
might just for fair enough. Yeah,
maybe
it's
this isn't
definitely for the
about me.
early adopters, but I think I might go like we talked about before. I might go just for Tenant, but I don't know if Wonder Woman 1984 is enough to get me out. I don't know if Mulan, if that should still come out in theaters, because there's speculation that it actually might not come out in theaters. I don't know if that's enough to get me out. It's a bootlegger's dream right now. To have it, people really hesitant to go out to theaters. So they're definitely going to be peddling that shit online. Might have to check it out illegally. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, we talked about that a little bit before, so we won't make it a long conversation about that. So we'll move on.